guys, I just wanted to let you know what I read over the past week, and this would be May's second weekly wrap up. And I finished The Lock by Steve Alton or Alton. This was a fabulous book. I think I did give it 4 out of 5 stars. I just didn't feel like it was a 5-star rating, but it was definitely a 4-star rating, and I so enjoyed this. It is the story of the Loch Ness Monster, but not in the way that we know the Loch Ness Monster. Much different. Anything Loch Ness Monster fascinates me when I see it, and really the reason why I picked this up is because I found the second book in this series at a used book sale. So that was the reason why I picked this up. But this is really good. No regrets whatsoever that I went ahead and picked up this first book. I enjoyed the adventure, finding out more about Loch Ness and its, like, the nature surrounding it and how the waters are. I enjoyed reading about the adventure of this guy finding this monster. I mean, they knew it was there, but him actually finding it underneath of the water. Also his adventure in another area that isn't even in Scotland or England or anywhere around there. I'm not really sure exactly where this place is. It's Sargasso Sea. I'm not really sure. But that's kind of where this story starts out, and him finding monsters there. It just was so incredible to watch and see. I really enjoyed it. I thought that he did a good job with the research of the science behind it. It made it more credible to me. I felt like this is something that could be. Maybe there really is a monster in Loch Ness. I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't really know. There could be something. I felt like he did a really good job with it, though. And it's wrapped up in ancient things too. Like, there's an ancient knighthood involved, and I enjoyed that. Like, I just felt like he did a really good job of wrapping up this whole story and drawing you in with it and giving you some history from, like, the 1300s. Like, I just thought he did a really good job. I really enjoyed this, and I'm glad that I went ahead and picked it up. And I'll talk about the second book in a minute. But first, I want to talk about the other books that I read. I did read 2 graphic novels this week that I had received from NetGalley. I'm trying to bring my Kindle up as I'm doing this. And my Kindle is like so slow because it's got so many books on it. So the first one was I Hate Fairyland by Skottie Young. Skottie Young is the one who did the Wizard of Oz graphic novels that I had got from the library. I never did read that third book, though. I need to read it. I renewed them so that I could read it because they were due. But he's the one who did the Wizard of Oz graphic novels that I really enjoyed that one that I read. And I Hate Fairyland, I did give a 3 out of 5 star because this is how I feel about it. I loved the artwork. The artwork is actually what drew me in. I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing, like, the different things that they did with the art. Like, mountains looked like old men. The moon, of course, was a man in the moon. The sun also was too. But I don't know, like, I enjoyed the artwork. I enjoyed the landscapes. I enjoyed how he made the characters, even like how they were designed. I loved the artwork. How I thought about the story was okay. Like, I liked the premise of it, but for me, I honestly don't think that I would have sat down and read that book if it was just a book without the artwork, without the artwork. The artwork is what made it. I just didn't think that the storyline was that great. I kind of actually didn't care for Gertrude. Gertrude is the young girl who gets stuck in fairyland and she has to try to find her way out, and she stays there for 27 years, so she's like almost 40 years old when the story begins. And I just didn't really care for her. It was a little violent. She was a little violent, and I think maybe that's why she flipped people off a lot. So I don't know, like, the artwork was fabulous though. I loved it. Then I read Paper Girls Volume 1 by Brian V. Vaughan. Brian K. Vaughan. Brian K. Vaughan is what his name is. And I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed the artwork. I have to say I like Fairyland's artwork better. But I enjoyed the artwork, and I enjoyed the story. The story was really good. It's about 4 12-year-old little girls who... Kindle's just not cooperating with me. 4 12-year-old girls who are paper girls. And while they're out in the morning delivering their papers, crazy things start happening. There's like flying dinosaur-like things. There is some crazy ghost-like people in ninja-type outfits running around. There's people in these white futuristic things that look like they have laser guns. There's like a spaceship. There's just all sorts of crazy things going on they're in the middle of, and apparently they have found themselves kind of thrust into the middle of a generational conflict that must be really, really, really old, because I know the people in the white outfits are called old timers, is what they kept calling them. So, I mean, I guess it's like an old war, but they find themselves stuck in the middle of it, and the cliffhanger at the end was like, ha, you know, I've got to read the second volume whenever it does finally come out. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know. I thought it was good. The last thing that I ended up reading, if I can get it to come up, because for some reason I'm having issues, was a review book from Library Thing. And it is called Crimson and Cream. It is the Oxbow Kingdom Trilogy Book 1 by C.M. Skira. And I got this off of Library Thing. And it's the story of a young boy who faces life as an orphan, loses his twin brother, and has some mishaps. Finds himself in an adventure. There's not dinosaurs. We go dinosaurs yet. There's dragons, there's knights, there's wizards. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Paper Girls. Did I tell you I gave it 4 out of 5? I did. But anyway, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm so glad that I got it for free. I still need to write a review. And I want to read the second book. If the second book has been written, I don't even know. But I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And I actually highly recommend this if you enjoy fantasy, or if you want to get into fantasy. This would be a good way of doing it, because I think this is written for a younger audience. This would be a good way of doing it, because it's easy to understand. It's not all that crazy hard world building that I think sometimes bogs you down. This was easy, very, very light reading. So that is all that I read. And what I'm reading now is book 2 of From the Lock. This is the one that I bought first. This is what I found at the used book sale, and I think it has never been read. It was published in 2015, but it's Vostok is what I say. I don't know. And what this is the same guy who found the Loch Ness Monster is called down to Antarctica. They have found a subglacial lake under Antarctica, and they want them to go down in a submarine and see what is down there. As you can tell from the cover, you can guess what's down there. Except that's not a very good rendering of it. I don't think so. There's like a 50 or 60 foot crocodile and other crazy monsters. It is fabulous. I'm really, really enjoying it. I am over halfway through. I know some people said it wasn't as good as the first. I am really enjoying it. It did go somewhere that I didn't think when I picked it up it was going to go to, but as I read it, that it was giving clues that it was going to go there. That kind of fell flat. I'm hoping, like, I just got past that point, and I'm hoping now it's going to go back to where it was before, where I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I am enjoying the adventure, the thrill of imagining him being in this submarine in a place where nobody's been ever. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. Just imagine a subglacial lake in Antarctica. It is under the ice, and there are creatures under there that have been there for years and years and years. It's very good. I'm enjoying it. So that is it, and I will see you guys later.